My name is Nikola Trifunovic. I'm the Sales and Marketing Director of BG Reklam. I spent a lot of years in corporations, in sales, moving up the corporate ladder. And then I realized basically that it's not a place to be if you want to be creative. That's when I switched to BG Reklam. BG Reklam is a point of sale solution provider. We do everything custom, from the design over through the engineering and through the production. The company started using the thermoforming technology 10 years ago, and we started producing the outdoor signage. And in the meantime, the company developed capacity to do all kinds of things in-house, working with the plastic materials, punch and bend, metal sheets, various forms of laser cutting, CNC cutting machines and assembly. And when we started producing more complex products, thermoforming became an essential part of really delivering large quantities in large series. We came across Formech at a trade show, and it just so happened that we were looking for a vacuum forming machine. And the machine that we saw by Formech seemed to be really good in terms of the space it occupies and the size of the units it was able to vacuum form. So this was something that was really important for us, because back then we didn't really have that much space for larger machines. So this was really helpful. We found the Formech really approachable, very customer friendly, customer oriented, and with all the support that they were providing, we chose the machine. We've had this machine for 10 years, and it's still in perfect working condition. So far it was able to fulfill our capacities, but we're planning on buying a new one very soon, depending on a pending business. We produce the actual tooling and then the models that are later on used for vacuum forming. We're using MDF, aluminium, resin, all that kind of sorts of materials. This is one of the examples. So here we have the prototype approved by the client in terms of quality and look. And this was the version that was later on adopted, for which we developed the tooling for the thermoforming, and which was later on used to create the series. The standard materials that we use for vacuum forming are PETG, acrylic, high-impact polystyrene, and ABS. Everything up to 6 millimeters, and the point is that with the Formech machine we're able to vacuum form high-definition products, which are really important for some of our clients to get all the details right. This is a much larger vacuum formed product. It's a case for the quick stand unit, containing acrylic parts, illuminated parts, a lot of parts which are used to build up the stand. The case was supposed to be impact resistant and durable. We made it out of 4mm ABS. The fact that we have the Formech vacuum forming machine enabled us to create such cases in large quantities and large series with a very short time frame. So this is an example of how a vacuum formed part was integrated in one of the units that we're producing. This is an overhead storage unit produced for the tobacco company. The series was more than 200 units being produced. This is a 2mm black polystyrene, high impact. And the advantage of vacuum forming for this specific unit is the fact that it was a specific client's request to have this shape produced, because it resembles the actual shape of the pack, of the cigarette pack. So the only option was really to go for vacuum forming, and this enabled us to produce the exact shape required in such a large quantity. This is a sort of a low budget unit that we produced for a supermarket chain. It's a dispenser unit for the instant coffees. And normally when a request like this comes in, we need to react within a week or two, because that's when they have all the sales promotion activities and so on and so forth. So with the vacuum forming machine, we were able to vacuum from this 1mm polystyrene and produce 400 units. So the main BG Reklam clients come from various industries. We're talking pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, tobacco, various FMCGs. Point that it's FMCGs, fast-moving consumer goods, requires us to have minimum response time, maximum creativity, and very competitive prices. And the fact that we have everything in-house under one roof gives us the edge to answer to all those clients' requests.